Alright, Saturday morning here at the log show. Gonna do a live feed here in just a little bit. Still foggy. It's supposed to clear off and be nice again, so I'm gonna hold off on the live feed until then. The big Doosan. Yeah, there's some pretty neat equipment here this year, as there is every year. I'm just thinking, I mean, if you're used to, you know, like skidder logging or whatever, rubber tire logging, but for us track guys, it just, when you go out through the woods on tires, it's spooky. Get this, oh, there it is. Look at that Falcon. What the what? That's frickin'. Oh, this is the Yoder tether, the Falcon. They make a yarder too. That thing is badass. Love the color of it. Wow. There's an 890 Tiger Cat over here. We have to go. I get some video of. The boom on that thing is so damn beefy. Oh, excuse me, this one is not the Yoder, it's just the winch assist. But I wanted to show you the line lag, what we call it. It's pretty expensive stuff, but you put it on your drum and see how that drum is. See if I can zoom in here. Yeah, see how that, so the line can only lay right there on the first layer. When you're putting lines on, that first layer is the very most important one.
In pound, I'll try and convert around about 3,600 pounds, maybe 38.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
We run these on 071s, mainly 171s and 10 Y70s. They get run on swingers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually got quite a lot of people.
No. So I was just talking to this fellow. He actually gave me his business card because he said they're hiring over there. I'd love to go, but it's not at market yet. It's actually, they have 11 yarders, and they designed these carriages for themselves. But they have 2 prototypes right now that are working. They're not ready to go to market yet, but it's a carriage with a felling head on it. That is cool. That, other than the fact that you're putting men out of work, that's the only thing I don't like about, you know, all this newer technology, because everybody still deserves to have a job. But I think that'd be really cool. So, there are spots where I think that a felon head on a carriage, you know, especially like corridor logging, run down, log the corridor out, that'd be cool. Okay, so what I did this morning is I didn't tell anybody I was here yet, because I wanted to get a bunch of video before I got sidetracked talking with these guys and whatnot. Like I said in yesterday's video, that I never end up getting any good video. And I'm always talking or whatever. And so yeah, I come a little bit early and was going to get some video first and see how it went. That is the cool cat himself, Mr. Boondaddy. He's doing an interview with this guy. I'm guessing, I'll have to ask, but I think Daniel worked with them or for them when he was over there. So let's get some pictures of the log trucks here. All right, so we're here at the show with the farmer's insurance agent, and just trying to give you guys a little bit of an idea on cost. And the work comp for the timber industry is one of the highest, right?
Yeah, it's expensive, and there's very few companies that will insure guys in the logging business. Farmers Insurance doesn't necessarily do that, but I've got outside brokerage firms that I can work with.
Right.
So I do have one or two that are available.
Right.
Well, you know, we can do the work comp, we can do the general liability, we can do coverage for the log truck drivers. And
What would be like for a startup company on a yarder side? Obviously, their rates are going to be higher because they're new, right?
Right.
And I worked for a gentleman here just last year that was a startup, and he was paying like $48 to the 100
Yeah.
on work comp.
Yeah.
That's kind of normal.
Probably going to be in that.
Right.
In that ballpark.
So what that means is for every $100 that the employee makes, the employer pays $48 in the work comp. So if you're making $2,000 a month, you know, you got to add that up, and so that's where some of the cost is.
I mean, the longer you're in business, the better the experience mod is that's applied to every work comp policy in Oregon.
Right.
So that makes a huge difference.
Right.
So if you've got a crew and very few injuries, if any, well then that's exactly what.
Right.
I mean, You're gonna be cashing in on some lower rates.
Absolutely right. So I happened to run into, there we go, right there, Woods Log and Supply. These are the guys that sent me all the hats and the shirts this summer, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, and we gave 2 of the hats away on the YouTube channel.
Did you?
Yeah. Most time that's what I do with the stuff that people send me. I give
did
it
not
away
know
on
that.
the channel.
I know that.
So yeah, it worked out pretty cool. So I guess I would say thank you from the subscribers for sending that
Thank
stuff.
you for what you do on YouTube. Appreciate it.
Wow, check out the paint on this truck. That's pretty cool. Justin Pitts, Castle Rock, Washington. Crest. Oh, those. This one's been, this one's been used. It just got prettied up for the show. Right on. Here, actually, I'll give you. They're patches.
Oh, okay.
That's my channel name there.
I like it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Getting ready to take off here to go pick Jennifer up. We'll come back. I wanted to get a little more video. These things are pretty cool. Harness. Yeah, just like I say, if you're not used to, running on rubber, guys that normally, are track loggers, it just the way they move, it's kind of spooky. Right on. Just got us a Ponce hat. Another one to put in the collection. Oh, I ain't going back over there again. I gotta go this way.
Oh, no.
What a douche. Oh, I didn't even get... I have to go that way because the Cabelco's over there. Pacific Tractor and Implement welcomes you to Oregon Logging Conference 2020. And I'd like to get that signed somehow. Thinking I'll have to go over there and ask them what they're going to do with it when they're done. Maybe I could skeezel my way in. Wouldn't that look cool in the shed? Hey, there's my brother, son of a bitch. Anyways, that's my, I guess I didn't introduce you guys. I really need to. I'd like to do. Anyways, that was one of my brothers, my oldest brother. So, stop, said hi. He actually just lost his wife middle of December to lung cancer. So, that sucks. anyways, sorry I got sidetracked there. Back in our firewood processing area. It's kind of crazy how many different firewood processors there are. And, you know, what do you want to call it? Mobile sawmills. Which I want to say that the Wood-Mizer got, you know, they got started in Alaska, and that's why they become so popular, you know, because it's so remote out there.
I felt that.
So,
I have fit in here.
anyways, 2020 OLC, it's almost in the books, friends. It's a good year. The weather's great. Yeah, it's the best weather we've had in several years at the log show. So the attendance is up. We did have some protesters last night, or Friday night, excuse me. Caused a little bit of a disturbance, but best part about it was the people that were in the meeting. They just pretty much ignored them and let them do their thing, and the town police here escorted them off the property, and we went on about our way. I wasn't there, but meaning we, as in the industry. So, yeah, it didn't let them disturb what we were doing. So I need to give a couple of these patches away, but I only got so many. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do it. Which is why I started the video, because I was going to give a couple away, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, so you're going to have to wait. Working our way out here to the pickup. While we're figuring out how we're going to do this, I just want to kind of a reference for y'all. When I first started coming to the log show, even when I was a kid, this area, starting right here from these fences, those houses were there. All of this area, all the way to the fence there, the main road, all of this. This building, the livestock building's been here, but the ice arena, it's been here for quite a few years now. But anyways, all of this area clear to that tallest top you see there, rooftop, was all Ross equipment. All towers, yarders, swing yarders, Thunderbird, shovels, all that. Every bit of this was Ross equipment. And, you know, they put on a hell of a show. And then on one evening, normally they do it, was the Thursday night of the show, they have what is called the Sawdust Bowl. And one of the bigger manufacturers is the sponsor of it. And back then, it was always Ross, Thunderbird. And so, it would be in this building here after like 6 o'clock at night. Then they'd bring the bar in. And you got 2 free drink tickets. And then, of course, we're supposed to buy them after that. But, yeah, there was quite a few headaches and hangovers from that situation. But they also would have all the girls from the strip clubs come down. And you don't see it anymore nowadays, but I mean, they'd be walking around in the convention, you know, skimpily dressed, but they'd be walking around and giving away flyers and stuff like that. So just a little bit of history on the show. Hopefully the sun isn't too bad, but if you can see it, look at the size of this old Sky Car. It's the whole length of this dump truck bed. There's actually 2 of them in there. And we're not 100% sure. It could be the Bowman gear. Oh, that goofy dog of mine. The wife's got him talking. Can you guys hear that thing? Anyways, I did a video once on one of this guy's other shops about how much junk he had sitting around. And Daniel Boone and his buddy are still here from the show and was wanting to see some equipment and whatnot, so we thought we'd bring them out here to.
We didn't get our fix at the show.
Yeah. Well, the stuff at the show was in a little bit better shape than this. So you got to get your junk fixed once in a while too.
You do.
But yeah, this is, like I say, he's got 4 shops total, and they've cleaned a lot out of here, a lot. The other 2 I've never seen, and I'm not sure where they're at, but I've heard they're exactly the same. And there's just like this. There was, 6, 8, 12. There's probably 20, 25 loaders, you think, between the 2 shops?
Yeah, that sounds
And probably 50 trucks setting, big yarders. There's a, Daniel thinks it's a BU-99 at that other shop. We may have to go back and, that's a big loader. It doesn't look like it, but that's a big loader.
Big loader.
That's a 140,000 pound machine.
Yeah, this is pretty wild.
It is wild.
And how long did you say that